Hi, welcome to Behind the Camera, a podcast for teens. I'm your host, Annie Flores.
I'm your co-host, Anissa.
And today we have guest Litzy Sanchez from Mission High School. She's also one of our Year 6 reps. Welcome, Litzy. You want to say hi?
Hi.
So today we have a super interesting and important topic to talk about because it's something that affects every single teen. And it also is very relevant in my field because we're talking about posting photos, how much we use filters, editing, and how that affects ultimately our self-image, our mental health, and just how it messes with our mind. So how many times have you taken a photo and you look at it and you're like, I'm not going to post this for whatever reason, the way you look, or you're like, okay, I'm going to post it, but I'm going to like slap a filter. I'm going to change my nose, my face, my waist, all this stuff. And so what is your opinion on that? Like, what are the thoughts that go through your head when you're about to post a photo?
Ooh.
You want to go first? Or...
I would... No, you go. I'm still thinking.
Okay. Well, when I post a photo, I don't really post like on my actual post. I like to post like on a story, like just update like, oh, what I'm doing. Recently I posted a picture and I was like at a pool party. So I was like, oh, let me just take a cute picture. Like the lighting looks good. I took a picture and I was like, oh, that's cute, you know? And then at the end, I noticed like the side of my armpit was showing and like you can see my deodorant. So I was like, oh, like, should I post it or not? Like, how do I move the photo so it doesn't like show? And I was like, no, like it's normal. Like, you know, like trying to get into the mindset where it's like, it's normal to like have insecurities, normal to like not be perfect, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people like see that as like a weakness or like they have to like fit into society. Like I need
picture perfect.
I need to have like this filter. I need to look like this. I need to look like that. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, you know.
So did you leave the photo up?
Yeah.
You did?
I posted it just like that and I was like, you know.
Yeah.
I would say me. I look at my photos the way I look at myself. Like if I see something that I'm in or like that I don't like about myself and I see it shows a lot in the photo, I'm not going to post it, which is weird because like, I don't know, it's just on my feed. I want my image to look the way that I like myself. And
do you filter it?
No, I don't filter it.
You don't filter it?
No. The most I'll do is like exposure highlight, but it's because my mom's a photographer. So I'm like, So I'm used to seeing pictures like picture perfect where it's like the lighting's good, you know, the contrast is good, but I don't think I'll ever like change the filter to where I'm like making myself skinnier, making my butt bigger, or doing anything like that because it's crazy whenever you see someone like that and then you see them in real life and it's like, whoa.
Like, does that happen often?
That happened to me yesterday.
Really?
I used to go to, I'm not gonna say names, right? But I used to go to elementary with this girl, and I had seen her like working, right? So I was like, oh, like I haven't seen her in a while. Like let me catch up with her, right? So I go to Instagram, nothing alike. Like you can tell that it's a filter. And when I saw her in person, like she looked normal. Like it's crazy to me how how people feel like so insecure that they had to like change their bodies and stuff, and I feel like so bad for them because it's easy to get help and like, you know, reach out to someone to like.
Do you think it's something that they receive on the outside or more on the inside? Like the way that I said, where I'm like, I don't like my insecurity is my nose. I hate my nose. Like side profile, but front, I look fine. That's why I always sit in the middle. But like, do you think it's just when people do that, do you think it's within themselves, or it could be like bullying, like people, they get bullied about a certain thing, so they're like, I want to edit it to where that doesn't happen?
Honestly, I don't know.
It's because like in high school now, and I don't know how it is in high school now.
It's because like it's different because you don't know how like the person like sees themselves, you know, especially like you haven't talked to them in a while. Like, you don't know how they're like doing or like how they've been. I know personally, I used to get bullied because of my nose too, like because it's kind of big, and I used to like be so insecure about that, and like I was looking into like, you know, surgery and stuff like that, and then I noticed like, you know, like it's natural. Like I saw a video, like a YouTube video, because I watch like scientific videos, like educational videos, and I was looking at that, and like it's a history of like your ancestors. Like why would you want to like change your face when it shows like history of people, you know, like you're a history of someone.
Well, and you have a pretty nose.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
But like, But do you see how everybody views each other different? So like, and I saw something that said like everyone sees a different version of you. So like you see your version, Anissa sees, you see, and because it happens all the time. Like, okay, working with the kids, sometimes they're like, let's take a picture. And like, I hate taking pictures. Like I hate it, but I'll do it for the kids. So I'm like, okay, fine. And then I look at it and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, and then they post it and they tag me and I'm like, oh my God, like everyone's going to see this picture. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, that's how they see me. Like I can't do anything about that. Like the way they see me in the picture, that's how people see me in real life. So like, I might as well just accept it. And then when it comes down to it, and I'm like looking at the picture and I'm like dissecting it. And they're like, you look fine. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it. But like, I do. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I think it's just like something that we do. Like, we just don't, I mean, a lot of us don't like our own photos.
I guess as like teenagers growing up in like that social media and like it being like so like in your face about it, like you need to look for this, you need to make sure it's perfect. Like I feel like that affects like a lot of people.
And you know what I noticed, that like when people are looking at other people's pictures, they do the zoom. Like they look at like she does it. I hate it. Like I'll show her a picture and she goes like this, like, and I'm like, what are you looking at? She's like, oh, I'm looking at like the toes. And I'm like, stop.
No, okay, but that's different though, because she's asking from a business standpoint. She's like, hey, if I were to deliver this gallery to you, how would you feel? So I look at every little thing, because like, you know how girls are nowadays. Like girls are like, no, like like how you said, my pinky looks weird, my toe looks weird, my eyelash looks weird. So I literally zoom in on everything so they have nothing to complain about. Yeah. You know, because they look perfect, they look fine. Because I don't want them to be like, oh, well, can you fix this? And then she's in the computer like an extra 3 hours trying to fix one thing when it could have just been avoided. So that's why I'm always the proofread before.
Well, and like as a senior or as a photographer of teens, I shouldn't say senior because it's all the teens. Like I get asked like repeatedly by different girls, like, can you like edit this and that and that? And so like I tell them like, okay, this is my standard editing. My standard editing is like, I'll remove a scar, a bruise, a blemish, because you know, like I'll smooth your skin if there's like a little bit of cellulite, like, you know, because that's normal, but nobody wants it in their professional picture. So like those are my standard edits. Yeah. And then I do let them know, like, if you want something else edited, like you're gonna have to request it, because I'm not just gonna go change your whole body in editing. You know what I mean? And so sometimes like they'll be okay with it. They're like, okay, like I'm fine. Or sometimes they'll be like, hey, can you like thin my arms, or can you like fix the armpit area, like things like that. And then I'll go ahead and do it for them, because I want them, number one, to like their photos, but I want them to just feel like comfortable when they're like posting their pictures and stuff. But I have had some that are just like really, really like particular about their pictures, and they'll ask me to like completely like Photoshop them. And so at that point, I honestly like it turns into like a sit down conversation.
Like what's going on?
Like what's going on? Where did this come from? Did someone tell you something? Because I feel like that's the line when they're starting to ask you to completely alter the way they look. I'm like, okay, this is a little bit more than just, you know, insecurity. It's a little bit deeper. And so that's where like the counselor part of me wants to come out and be like, okay, let's explore this a little bit more, because it seems to be really like I see them and they're beautiful. Like there's nothing wrong with them. But for them, they're like, you know, this, my nose, my eyes, my butt, my all these things. And it's like, wow, like how did that start? You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, what do you think is going too far in editing and like filtering a photo? Whether it's like for Instagram, Snapchat, anything.
I think just in general, like when you change your body or your face or something, I feel like it's difficult to learn how to love your body, but at the same time you need to understand, like, you know, other people are not going to see the same way as like the filter, you know? Like it comes like with something inside of you that you have to like learn by yourself, and learn how to like respect your body and learn how to like to love your body.
I don't know. I think like if you push it past the point where you don't look like yourself anymore, like, cause I have seen that too. Like I'll see Instagrams and I expect the person to see a certain way, and then like they'll come in to see me and it's like totally different. And like, I understand like, oh, well, you're not wearing makeup, your hair's not done, or you're, you know, I understand that, but there's some differences where like, they just really don't look like themselves. And I think that's where it's kind of like, like you're kind of like
pushing it.
Yeah. You're kind of like pushing it, because what it does is it trains your brain to, you can,
Because I feel like it's too far away. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. Anissa, help her like bring it forward.
There you go.
Yeah. I kind of feel like when you're like doing that to your photos, like you're learning to only accept the filtered you, and your brain is learning how to reject the real you.
Yeah.
And so once you do that, it becomes a habit. And once your brain is wired that way, you kind of take that into your future. And then that's kind of how you see yourself. Like, you're never going to see yourself good enough if you don't look like the altered or like the filtered, outcome or whatever.
I have something to say about that.
Yeah.
I know some photographers like specialize in that. Like just like doing Photoshop on your body and your face and stuff.
Yeah.
That happened to like one of my family members, my cousin. She took a birthday picture with like a photographer, and the pictures look nothing like her.
But did she request that, or
no?
Oh my god!
It was just like what he offered, or
Okay,
like
so
what
like,
the person offered.
how do you take that? Like if a photographer does that, like how do you?
I'd probably cry.
Yeah, I'd probably be like,
they're like pointing out all your
like
security.
She's like, well, I thought it looked perfect, because
I thought I looked good.
I'm sure she did hair, glam, like everything.
she
so she
got everything done.
she felt on point. And then whenever you get your photos back and it's like different, it's like, okay, well, did I look bad then? Like, did it affect her a lot?
I'm not
or not so much. She kind of just brushed it off.
Yeah, because they asked for like the pictures, like the original pictures.
Oh, the unedited.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like we put them like side by side, and it was a lot, and I felt so bad for her.
Really?
Yes.
It was a big difference? Oh my God. Yeah. Sometimes like, okay, so speaking from like the photographer standpoint, like sometimes when you're editing photos and you're like into your 20th or your 30th edit, you become kind of blind to some of these things. So you have to be real careful, and you have to always compare like the original to like what you're editing. And it happened not too long ago, like when you're outside taking photos, of course you get real sweaty, right?
Yeah.
And so I remove face shine. Well, one of my face shine tools, what it does is it smooths out the skin. And so it was like a little too smooth, but like I didn't see it at the moment when I delivered the gallery. And then the mom's like, she's a little bit too much airbrushed, right? And I was like, let me look. So then I pulled up the raw images, and I'm like, oh my God, it is. But like, it wasn't something I did intentional. It was just like my eyes were tired.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, I figured out that it was the tool that I used. So I was like, okay, let me just go back on that and do it a different method.
Scratch.
Yeah, I did a different method, and then it was fine. And she was like, okay, but I'm like, oh my goodness, like I really hope she didn't like take offense to that, thinking that like, yeah, but no, honestly, she has smooth skin. It's just the sweat that I was removing. But I felt bad about that. I can't even imagine how I would feel if I'm like
in the closet,
nip tucking. I'm on nip tucking people, or like, making them look completely different. I could never do that, especially with teens. Like the population I work with is like so like, no, I don't like doing stuff like that. That's
Do you
crazy.
ever work with a group of kids or people where it's like one person doesn't care how they are edited, but one wants to look a specific way?
Oh yeah,
like
all the time.
And what's your response? Like, no, I don't do that.
Well, if they want me to change the way they look, I mean, I'll kind of like ask them questions about it.
Like in what way? Why do you feel that way? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if they're like, okay, I like this pose, but my arms like a little bit too like wide. Like I'll kind of help with that, but I'm not going to completely change it.
Because sometimes it could be the pose.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially
so that's
with,
why
like,
I ask questions.
The media days, like some poses where it's like they're not used to, like they just look uncomfortable, where they're not used to posing like that. So
but mostly what I do, like in that, I kind of respond with like positive affirmation, like pointing out their strengths. Like you look beautiful. Like, I try to minimize a little bit of that like thought process for them during their shoot. I want them to feel, because one thing I've noticed is that the way you feel during your shoot is gonna come out when you receive your photos and look at them. Like you're gonna go back to that feeling that you felt. So like it's important for me that they're having like positive feelings, positive thoughts about it. And so I just use like a lot of positivity and like kind of like talk to them and tell them like what I see and just let them know that everybody sees themselves mostly in a negative way because that's just how we're wired. You know what I mean? Especially with like social media, like it's so easy for people to comment something negative and then you take that to heart and it becomes like a belief system where now you think that that thing is true and everybody sees you that way.
But I will say recently on Instagram, I feel like everyone that posts a picture, they always have
something positive to say.
Positive comments. Like it never used to be like that. I mean, maybe whenever I was in high school, it was just like I was around mean people. And I wouldn't say it was like my group of friends, but like I always saw something where like they were always whispering about something. But recently, like with all the reps, I follow all the reps, right? Or a majority of them. I see them post a picture and they have like 50 some comments of like just like a bunch of positive, which I love. But it's just, it freaks me out how nowadays it's like that, when back then it was like,
everybody like hypes each other up.
Yes. And I feel like that's a good thing.
I want to say that that's on Instagram, because on Facebook, not so much. Because like...
But Facebook's it's a different crowd. It's a different generation.
Exactly. Okay. And that kind of takes me into the next thing I want to talk about. Because like,
how are you feeling?
Adults
sit down and talk about it?
Adults and teens are totally different. Like
they are.
Okay. And I don't like working with adults. Like I really don't like it. I'm going to say straight out, like I don't like working with adults, because that insecurity issue is times 1,000 with adults. Like it's
and it
so
could be
crazy.
to the point where they're just like rude about it.
That's interesting, because I wouldn't think that like you grow up, like you don't worry too much about yourself, like you worry about like your family, like you know, you guys have like other things to worry about other than like your body or like how you look or something.
I think it's because like as we get older, like, you know, women, especially men, not so much, but women go through like body changes, you gain weight, like wrinkles, like the whole thing, right? And I feel like when I do work with adults, and I'm not really talking about like family sessions or anything like that, like when I've done portrait work with like an individual adult, oh my goodness, it's so hard, because like the last one I did, she made me Photoshop her so much that like it did not look like her at all. Like I had to go down. I had to make her like 3 sizes smaller. I had to make her arms thin. I had to like remove all of this. Like she wanted me to fix her nose. By the time I finished editing, like it didn't even look like her. And I was so like, sad. And I was like, oh my God. And it was very frustrating for me, because like it took away, like for me, it took away the fun, like of delivering like fun photos for her and photos that she was going to like, because immediately she's like, I don't like them. Like, change this and change that. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so it wasn't a good experience for me. And I'm sure it wasn't a good experience for her either. And so I was like, oh my God, every time I do portrait work with an adult, it's the same thing. Yeah. And so I kind of, I'm uncomfortable working with adults now. Because like the teens, I can kind of work with them. It's not as frustrating. I don't know why.
We're more like, I feel like we try to be more understanding. Nowadays, I feel like we try to be more understanding. We try to like see each other's like point of view of like how we see things. I know back then it wasn't like that. Yeah. I feel like back then it was like rules. Like it has to be like this. It has to look like that, you know?
And I would say, I feel like nowadays a lot of kids, they just feel so happy because like they got a professional session. You know, like not a lot of kids have the privilege of doing that. So whenever like, whether they hate the way they look in it, they're never gonna tell you like, oh, Annie, fix this, fix that. Cause it's like, they're glad they even just got the session, you know?
Yeah. So what about when it comes to posting your actual pictures? Like, is there, cause one thing I've noticed about kids also, like we can have a session and I give them like 50 pictures and they'll post like 1 or 2 out of the whole session.
But I'm the same way.
No, why is that? Like, I want to know.
I don't know.
It's because like sometimes like I think about myself whenever I'm like doom scrolling on my phone, right? And I'm just like going through Instagram. I don't like going like boom, 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 boom on every photo unless it's like a spam. I like when people post spams with like different things, you know, that's just how it is. But like me, myself, I don't like looking at a bunch of like the same pictures. I don't know. I just think about it myself. So I always post like if like my birthday shoot, we did the outdoor and the indoor. I did 2 pictures outdoor, 2 pictures indoor.
I know that like freaks me out.
But I love the other photos. Though. I keep the other photos in my gallery for like if I ever want to post them again one day.
I have something to say. Okay. I'm kind of that way too. Like I don't like to post that much pictures. I feel like you should keep the memories of yourself. I learned that a lot with my quinceañera because I didn't get Instagram or like social media till my sophomore year of high school, right? So I wasn't able to have that privilege to like show my quince how it was, you know? So I took that to like myself. Like I have the album. And I look at it like every once in a while, like, oh, that's cool. I see the video. I go through the pictures. Like, I feel like it's, like, it also depends on like the type of photo shoot, you know, like, the 4th of July one, I only posted 2 out of like the 4, like the many like she gave us, you know, I like to keep like some to myself also.
Do you think it's just to keep yourself private or just so people don't try to like say something about it?
I think
just more privacy?
Private, because not that I don't like to share my life on social media. Like, I feel like it's cool to be out there, you know? Yeah. But at the same time, you also have, like, to show respect for yourself and, like, keep some stuff to yourself, too.
Yeah. Like, not put 100% of yourself online.
I will say that.
Yeah. Like, you can show, like, your raw self, but not, like, everything. If you, like, if you get that.
Yeah, and I think that when it comes to taking pictures, like, we've completely lost the plot, because pictures should be for memories, like, to preserve memories. And instead, it's turned into, like, pictures for posting or pictures to show everybody, like, what you're doing. Like, I just feel like it's gone, like, left field. So I've had people that, like, come into the studio and they're like, oh, we want a birthday session or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, birthday sessions are fun. It's, like, a fun experience. And I remember one mom was like, she just wants it because she needs something to post on Instagram on her birthday. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, you're gonna have a whole photo shoot just to have like 1 or 2 pictures? And she's like, yeah, that's how she is. Like, she needs like pictures to post that day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I'm not gonna say no, right? But like, it freaks me out that like, that's kind of like
the mindset.
Yeah, the mindset. It's crazy.
I would say sorry, I had a
fuzzy.
Yeah. I was playing with the fuzzies. I will say I had that same mentality this year, but I think it's mainly just like every year for my birthday, I feel like I don't do sessions. When's the last birthday session I did? It was like before San Antonio. It was like more than 4 years ago. Oh, wow. Maybe I'm lying. I don't remember. So I think it was more a memory thing, but it was also something that I wanted to post on my birthday, so I could just like post on my birthday and not like have to worry about texting anyone back. Like, okay, you can just leave a comment and then I'll deal with it later.
Oh, that's kind of smart.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I always do like a little birthday post and they just like comment happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, and I'll just like deal with it later. Instead of just like everyone DMing you and then you don't answer till like a week later and you're like, oh man.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I'm not that bad, but like
okay, so what happens in this situation? Like, you post a picture and you get minimal likes.
I really don't mind.
You don't mind?
Yeah. I feel like it doesn't affect me.
So you don't take it as like a negative thing.
Have you ever deleted a post because you didn't like how you looked, even though it was a memory you loved?
Yes.
I want to ask you, on your business page, have you ever done that? Like, have you ever like deleted posts? Or you like everything on your business page is like stuff you've always had on there?
Like deleted posts of myself?
No, just anything like in general.
Us.
Yeah, like
the reps. Or shoot.
No, because when I post stuff about my business, it's intentional. Like, I put it on there to like market or like, it's not just random pictures of like myself.
It's just mainly like you on your own.
No, I don't put pictures of myself.
No, but you just said yes that you deleted.
On my personal one.
No, that's what I was saying. That's what I said. You yourself, like on your Facebook.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't post on my Facebook like that much. If I post, like, you should see my Facebook. My Facebook is all the reps. Like,
it's us in Vegas.
Yeah, but like it's just like all I do on my personal Facebook is like repost my business stuff. Like, I don't really post personal things, and if I do, it's like a special occasion. But mostly, I'm just reposting like jokes or like stupid things. Like, I really don't.
And let's see what you delete. Or was it just like you didn't like the way you looked? It was just like an awkward time in your life that you don't want to keep on there? Yeah, I would say that too. That's me.
It was like my sophomore year, so my sophomore year is like was social media. Like, what am I supposed to post?
Like, it was like your first year on it. Like, you didn't know how to like.
No, I didn't.
No, I would say
awkward.
I think that was me during COVID. I feel like we were all just like locked in our house. We didn't even know. We were just like, hey, everyone, look, like we're doing this, even though it was like COVID.
Well, because that was the only way to stay connected.
Yeah.
Really. But like, so, should I talk about the example with Noe posting?
Yes.
So last year was our ninth year anniversary. And so my husband is super like thoughtful, right? And so he always like posts like something really nice, like on our anniversary or my birthday or whatever. And so last year he posted this post and it was like this really long paragraph about just like, really nice things that he said. But he put in like 5 pictures that were like awful. Like, they were really bad pictures of me. Like, he looked great, but like I looked really bad. And I was like, why would you choose these pictures? And they were from like years ago when I had braces. Like, why would you do that? And then it made me think like, why would you choose those pictures from like back then? I looked way too much into it and I made him delete the post.
But like, what'd you tell him? You were just like, delete them?
Yeah.
Or
I was like,
did you tell him why you didn't like him?
No, I was like, delete that now. And he was like, why? And he's like, because I'm like, why'd you use those pictures? Like, you use like the worst possible pictures of me that are like ever made. You know,
I feel like a guy thinks like a guy. They're just like, oh, whatever.
No, he was like, I thought you looked really pretty. And I'm like, yeah, but like, why are you posting me how I looked like 5 years ago versus how I look now? Like, why wouldn't you post me now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys think differently.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like I look too much more into it. And then I was like, just thinking like, my mind just goes to a negative place. And it's not, I know he didn't intend it that way. And he was just like, oh, he just thought they were nice pictures.
Yeah.
But I made him take it down.
Oh.
So now this year he didn't do that.
He's all traumatized.
This year he did post, but it was just like a selfie of us. Like, he didn't put pictures of me because he was like, you're going to make me delete them anyway. And I felt really bad because I'm like, okay, it's not that important. Like, I should have just let him like post those pictures and like not worried about it.
Well, that, and he posts so much that it's going to end up at the bottom of his feed.
Yeah,
He posts like maybe like twice every day.
He posts more than you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he does.
He posts like so much.
But the thing is, like, the thing with that is like, the people that are gonna see the pictures of me are the people that I see anyway in real life. Like, I see them at football games, or I see them at like wherever, like we're out
Parties.
and like we run into people. So like, it's like they already know what I look like. Like, I don't know why I'm tripping out about it. But I think it's just because like it's the worst pictures that I would never post on my own. And then like I never post pictures of myself. So like I felt so like exposed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it was just so weird.
I would say you shouldn't feel that way.
Yes.
Well, I know, but
It just goes to show
But,
that it never goes away. Like, even girls in high
happens.
school
exactly
feel the same way.
Now, as I get older, though, it is getting less. Like, as you get older, you just stop caring so much about what other people think.
well, then like you have like other problems. Like no, not like that. Like no,
she said it so serious.
no,
that you
no.
have
Like,
other
I'm saying as an
problems.
adult, like even me
There's,
myself,
there's like more important things
yes,
to worry
there's
about.
yes, there's more.
I'm like, oh my god. Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna get canceled.
Yeah, no. I'm about to kick you off.
No,
Guys, I'm looking for another co-host.
Right here.
No, I'm just saying that like even me myself, like I don't care too much about like posting or about what I post, because it's like I'm over here trying to just like, you know, live
Focus
life,
on life.
pay my bills, you know, have good people around me. I'm not too concerned about what goes onto social media. So I would say as an older adult, that's why like Facebook moms, like they just post whatever. Because I feel like they just don't care. Like
I've tried to learn to like whatever I post is like, you know, whatever I post. Like, if I know I look good, like why should I wear it if other people like don't like it, or like you know, if I know I'm having fun in the picture, like why should you care?
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. And I'm real guilty of placing too much importance on what other people are going to think about me. And I think that just comes from like past things that maybe I have been through, which is how we form our thought system. Like,
it develops into what it is now.
Yeah, we develop our way of thinking based on like things that have happened to us or things we've experienced, like our core belief systems and stuff. So like I know where it's coming from. And like I try really hard to like kind of like switch it. But it's like an exercise. Like you need to train your brain to think, perceive differently, and it takes like making it into like habit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like some therapies or like some therapists, they would tell you like, oh, like look at yourself in the mirror. You know, the TikTok trend where you would get like a baby picture of yourself and put it in the mirror so you can remind yourself like, oh, like this is how I look like. This is who I am.
Yeah. No, definitely. And then another thing is like the way you talk to yourself, you need to think about whether you would talk to someone else that way.
Yes.
Like, would you tell your friend that she's ugly? Would you tell your friend that, you know, that's having a hard time with her self-esteem? Like, would you continue to like say negative things? Like, no, you wouldn't. Like, you would try to
encourage them.
Yeah, encourage them and say positive things. So like, that's just like another way of like doing that. And then I do want to say that like, from like a spiritual standpoint, kind of like the way I try to change my way of thinking is going back to like my faith and like what the Bible says and what God has intended for us. Like, and God has made us perfectly, has made us in his image, like we're wonderfully made, perfectly made. And we need to remember that. Like we are walking around looking exactly how we're supposed to look in God's eyes. And so the fact that we allow the world to kind of like undo that, we need to, you know, think about that.
Yes.
Do you think it's hard to come back from that mentality?
It is, because it's like, okay, so imagine like strength training. Like you're training a muscle to do something completely different than what it's always done. So it's a very long process, and it's a lot of like self,
reflection.
like constantly changing your self-talk from like negative to positive, and doing like exercises in your brain that's gonna eventually rewire like a new way of thinking. So it's a lot of work to be able to change that way of thinking. But yeah, it's totally possible. And so for me, whenever like I start getting really down on myself, like that's one thing that I do. It's like, okay, like I'm perfect in God's eyes, and that's all that matters, really. Like it shouldn't really matter what other humans think of you, or like what social media thinks of you, because it's like a fake, it's fake. You know what I mean?
I always say that too. Like whenever I feel down on myself, or like someone's just like being rude to me, I'm like, not that you're a nobody, but like you're nobody to me. Like you're not like my mom, you're not my dad, you're not my best friend. So it's like, why am I letting that opinion hit me so hard?
Affect you.
Yes. Like if that was like if you were to tell me that, I would be like, oh man, like, cause you're my mom. I care about your opinion. Your opinions are factual in my eyes. But
it also has to go back to like the person that's telling you that. Like, is there something like wrong that they are insecure about, and they're reflecting it on you? It also has to affect with that. And also has to go with like the world is going against like the Bible and like what it says. So you have to be really careful about like what you're reading, what you're learning, what you're seeing,
like what you're exposing yourself to.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think one thing is like God wants us to feel good about ourselves, and then there's the other side that wants us to feel terrible about ourselves and constantly be depressed or anxious. And so I say, lean on your faith and really think about like that side of it. And that has always helped me, to feel better. But yeah, the insecurities come at all ages. It's not just teens, it's adults. And like I said earlier, I think adults have it worse too.
I would say right now I'm in that awkward stage where like I'm in between like a teen or like their age group, and then also like the older age group where like they have, I don't know. It's just weird to me because like I'm not so young where I could blend in with like the young crowd, but I'm also not old enough so I could blend in with the older crowd. So I'm kind of just like,
you're a 24-year-old teenager.
Yes, I'm a 24-year-old teenager. So I'm like my facial features and my body is not like, the way theirs are. So like it's just.
Have you seen those TikToks that's like they have a pregnancy test and they're like, I'm gonna be like a 28-year-old teen mom.
I'm a teen mom. No, literally with my dog. Like I could feel that, where it's like every age group you just feel left out, even though there's a lot amongst you.
It's really hard to fit in places, I think. But did we go over the poll? We did a poll. We did a poll on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over the numbers.
Let's just let them know, just in case.
Let me see. Oh,
I agree. Different.
Okay, so we did a poll. We asked our followers some questions regarding our topic. And so the first one was, let me see. Have you ever edited your face before posting? So 9% said yes, always. 51% said no, never. And 40% said only a little. So like half said no, never. 40% said only a little, which is like skin or lighting.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can agree with that. Like the skin and lighting. Not the skin necessarily, but the lighting.
Yeah. The lighting. Yeah. The lighting's going to be okay. And then the next one was, do you feel more confident or less after scrolling? So 4% said more confident. 35% said less confident. And 61% said no difference. So like, I think it has to do with your intention on, like, are you on Instagram or TikTok to compare?
Yeah. Like, what are you looking for?
Or your
type
feed.
of thing.
Yeah, your feed. Exactly. Like, if you're on your feed and you're just following nothing but, like, influencers, I feel like you're going to feel less confident regardless, because, like, they're portraying, like, a perfect life that we're probably not going to be able to achieve in, like, our normal life.
Even if they portray a perfect life, you don't know, like, what's happening behind closed doors or, like, what's happening
like,
on
if it's
media.
real.
Yeah.
Like, there was one person, she would go and do these hauls, like Target hauls, and she would buy like $500 worth of things like a day and like do a haul, and then she would return it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's so funny.
Yeah, and then she was exposed.
Me after buyer's guilt.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, they exposed her, and they were like, she's not really like a true like influencer. Like she's just, doing it. Anyways, okay. And the next one was
hey, that's kind of smart though.
Yeah. I think Target got tired of her and they like, how many photos do you take before picking one?
A lot.
So 8% said 1 to 3 photos.
Okay.
That's me. I'm like 8% because like I'm just gonna take 2 photos and like if I don't like them, I'm just not gonna post them.
Okay, I could.
34% said 4 to 10 photos, and 58% said more than 20 photos before they post.
That's me.
I would say it depends on what I'm wearing that day too. Like if I really got dolled up and I like did my hair and makeup, like I'm gonna want multiple pictures to make sure I get like a good picture.
But more than 20?
Yes.
It
I'm
depends.
sorry.
Maybe like at different times throughout the day.
Okay, do you
like maybe like one in the house, couples in the house?
Do you keep all 20 in your phone or do you delete them?
I delete them.
Once you post, you delete them?
Because I go through them. So like I'll take pictures like in a mirror selfie. I'll take pictures and I'll like tilt my head, or I'll tilt it the other way, or I'll smile with my teeth and then I'll smile without my teeth. Like get like different like options,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I have time, I'll go through them and be like, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that.
Delete the ones you don't want.
Yeah.
And then you would just post your favorite?
Yes.
Okay, the last one is how much pressure do you feel to look good in photos? 35% said low pressure, but 65% said extreme pressure.
Oh wow, that's really
That's
high.
a lot.
Yeah, that is high. But it also depends what kind of
photos.
Yeah, what kind of photos? Like, is it like game day? Because sometimes like during game day, I'm trying so hard to like just make sure I look like, peppy and smiley and not like I'm dying out of breath because there are photographers around. So I could get that where it's like you feel a lot of pressure, like, okay, make sure you're smiling, make sure your toes are pointed. So I could get that. But if it's just like let's go have brunch, let's take a picture in front of the flowers, like I could see where that could be not a problem, but like just enjoy life, just take a picture, like it's just gonna go on your feed. Eventually you're going to post another picture later on. So I mean, I could see both points of view, where it could be a lot of pressure like in certain events, or like your quinceañera, like you put so much time and money into this one event, so you want to make sure everything looks perfect, like whether it's just your hair, your smile, whatever, like you want to make sure you look good. So I could get that. So it just depends. I would agree to disagree.
Yeah, so some things you can do to kind of like help with this situation is, of course, the positive self-talk. Be careful who you follow, who you're exposing yourself to. Limit the editing apps. So try to post your photos without editing and get comfortable with that. Like put your pictures out there and kind of get comfortable seeing yourself in your natural way.
Be raw. Like show your natural self.
Guys, we cannot get it together today. Like we've had so much happen during this podcast. It's gonna be so much editing. Like, yeah.
With your natural self. I know a lot of celebrities don't do that. Like a lot of celebrities like don't show like their actual self, and they just show like events or what they're doing. And like I applaud those celebrities that actually like show like what they're going through.
That's why I love authentic influencers. Yes. Like there's just some influencers on TikTok where I follow them because they're being so authentic, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I love that. It's just like a breath of fresh air rather than like, oh, follow me to this movie premiere, like not everyone has that same lifestyle where like we have a glam team doing our hair and makeup to hide all of our blemishes. Like we don't have those connections to make everyone else look perfect the way they do.
Or perfect. I don't know, I just feel like lately I haven't really cared about like putting on makeup or anything like that. Like I'll come to work like completely like fresh face and like I'm okay with that because I'm like like does it really make that big of a difference? Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's
like they're not gonna be like, ew, don't take my picture, like
because you don't have makeup on.
Yeah, no, like they're not gonna see you the way you see yourself, because like we're so hard on ourselves. And I'm the same way. Like on my days off where I'm like at home, I'm not gonna wear makeup because no one's gonna see me.
Yeah.
But I love days like that.
I feel like it's just a way for me to like...
It's a reset.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a reset.
That's me during the summer. During the summer, if I go out, I'll just put on like concealer and mascara and just call it a day, you know?
Yeah.
I love that. At school, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. Or, like,
that.
Like, it's like, more pressure, like, to look like put together. You get me?
With that, and you're there for like 8 hours in the day. I hate that.
Yeah. It's like your job.
Yeah, it's literally like your job.
Okay.
Without getting paid.
Litzy, thank you for joining us today.
Yes,
we had fun having
it. Was really fun.
It was a chaotic podcast.
We had okay, you're not going to see all the chaos because it's going to get edited. But oh my God, we had so many things happen during this podcast. Like, so yeah, just don't mind all the little like patching up of it. But anyways,
we're giggly today.
I know. If you're watching this on Spotify, please like our channel, rate our episode. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, follow, or subscribe, like, and share.
Yes.
And we will see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.